Good morning, guys! Well, at least for me it's morning. I'm here to represent you with the game with Guruskippy versus Saya. Guruskippy is an orc player, very creative. Saya is a Korean girl. And that's all I know about her, to be honest. I know she's a good player, she's top 10. So let's get this party started. We have Guruskippy on the right. He is green, he is mean, he is an orc. He has the beta shout. He has the sabotage, which allows Gretchen to disable the tanks. And we got the healing scrap, which of course heals his units. We got Guruskippy starting off with 2 Gretchen, 2 boys. Meanwhile, we got Saya starting off with the 4 servitor build order, which I've seen her done before. The barracks is being added. Meanwhile, the Gretchen are gonna build wait for it, a Watt tower. That probably means that Guruskippy is going for a Deca hut, which means Defcon looters and potential trucks. A sneaky servitor is on his way to scout out, always handy. And if I know Saya, she's probably gonna go for assault marine squad since she usually likes to do that. Here comes the first squad of boys. They're just hiding here in case of an harassment. But that doesn't appear to be the case just yet. Meanwhile, the first assault marine squad is on the way. But where will they go? I think looking at her pattern, she might be going for the generator snipe. But Guruskippy is expecting that since she just put one squad of boys here. It's funny to see a different orc player than myself, because I like to be extremely aggressive with my first boy squad, but Guruskippy is more of a defensive player, it seems. And that's fine as well, especially with the Defcon looters added to the mix. He's gonna have to wait for that to be produced, so it kinda makes sense. It's just not my style. And as I said, the assault marine squad is going for the generator. And the assault marines should be able to take out this boy squad, so Guruskippy is gonna have to send reinforcement quickly, which he is going to do. So it should be fine eventually. Meanwhile, the servitor is going to the top. See, yeah, then there's the drop. The second assault marine squad is being dropped here, I assume. Yeah, it is. And that hurts the economy of Guruskippy a lot. Meanwhile, Guruskippy is still busy with defending his generator here. Good micro there, think he will be fine. The second squad is coming, but the Defcon looters are there as well, so I don't think she can fight this. She should back off, and which she's gonna do now. She understands she has to keep the Defcon looters in melee until she can jump away. Because if these Defcon looters start shooting, they're gonna die very quickly. But a great jump and she's fine. Meanwhile, Guruskippy is adding a second Defcon looter squad to the mix. And Saya is, I think she's gonna replenish her forces and just chill for now. She is adding a chapel whatsoever, which probably means that heavy bolters are coming soon. Meanwhile, Guruskippy is building an LP, which aren't that good with orcs, but they do buy you some time if he tries to harass your resource points, or if she in this matter. I think bolters are coming or not. Well, oh no, it just finished, my bad. Also, she has no money for that just yet, so that wouldn't have made sense. Some harassing going on the LP point right here. Oh no, not on the LP point right here. Oh yes, on the LP point right there, see? Such a woman, always doubting herself. Just go for it, girl. Meanwhile, the Watt tower is going off here. So I think we will see some early aggression going on there. especially with the WA. Is he? Yeah, he's going for the generator snipe. So let's see how Saya will defend against this. Ah, that's a smart play by Sai. If you're fighting generator, the Defcon looters can't hurt you until the shield is destroyed, so... But Guruskippy realized that and just backs off, which was the smart thing to do. Maybe you can get this, or... Yeah, he's going for it. I was like, what? Why are you not going for it? Go for it, man! But no. Meanwhile, Diomedes is added in the mix. He's very tanky, so it will be interesting. The shield to make him even more tanky. Oh, and the truck gets cut. That's not good for Guruskippy. He gets the scrap for the shield, so that saves him some time. Meanwhile, the rest of his army is heading back. But yeah, the truck is also stuck, so I think this truck will go down. But there come the Ludas, there comes the boys, and the truck is fine. Meanwhile, the commando is on, and you should always... Guruskippy is very good with commando, so you should always pay attention to that. Some nice fights going on. There comes the shotgun. I don't understand why Saya is using her ranged attacks on the truck. She's in melee mode, I think it was a mistake. A detonation hurts a lot. And that's basically the army of Saya. Nice stun there. Diomedes is surrounded. He will surely go down soon. Although he's very tanky, so not that soon, but you know what I mean. It's not looking too good for him, let's just keep it like that. So tanky, but not invisible. Invincible, actually. Also not invisible, of course. So that was basically the army of Saya. She has heavy bolters still and a submarine squad. If I was Guruskippy, I would replenish very quickly, just WA and just go for it now. You know, you just beat their army. Meanwhile, the upgrades are going on. He's getting the long WA, which you always should. And the reinforced for trucks, which is handy since he has a truck, so why not get that? It's great for your mobility. You don't have to back off all the way to reinforce your troops. I approve. Meanwhile, Saya is, yeah, you just beat my army, you should come for me, I'm not gonna come for you. Meanwhile, some sneaky bombs will surely be placed by Guruskippy here. If you place it here, it will still damage both of this, so it's good. And you can't really see him anywhere there, so it's nice. Although a lot of players tend to get a servitor there, so then you will still discover him. Meanwhile, some harassing on the LP point here. Kill team is deployed, but kill team in melee isn't that good. You should go for it, man. Well, why should? With two boy squad, if you get him in melee, I think you would have got him in. Even with the less cannons there, there was a free kill. Guruskippy should have killed the kill team there. I don't know why he backed off. It seems like he's too scared to push out. Well, he shouldn't. He's ahead. He can do a lot. Well, oh well. I think he just wants to play it safe. But sometimes if you play it too safe, you're gonna get it backfires on you. So I think especially as an orc, it pays off to be a little bit more aggressive and just go for it. Your troops are cheap, so just try to do a lot of damage with it. Let's see what's going on. What is Seiya doing at this point? Ah, she's getting Death Storm, I think it's called. Yes. Some more less cannons. Very powerful. A bit too powerful if you ask me, but that's my biased orc opinion, of course. Nice detonate here, we'll do some damage. And there goes the Surfer, poor guy. Tank busters are being added to the mix. I'm not sure why at this point, since it doesn't appear like Sai has any tanks for now. I think looking at her armor composition, I would just spam Defcon Lutus at this point, but maybe he's afraid of getting surprised. And squicks are really fun to play, so the squick bombs. So maybe he just wants to use that bomb squick. So much fun. Meanwhile, some mines being placed. I like how whatever Guruskippy is doing, he always manages to find time to use his commando. He's busy all the time with it, so that's quite funny. That's very good. A lot of people, when they're busy with fighting, they tend to forget about the commando and he's just idling there. But Guruskippy is mostly doing both, so that's good. See, for example, I think he's gonna place a bomb here soon. But I'm gonna watch the LPRS. Boys, very nice uses of the shield, I like that. There comes Diomedo though, and he's gonna have to back off. Especially with the heavy bolter and less cannons backing it up. You're not gonna have a good time. Meanwhile, Skippy with his commando, man. That guy. Meanwhile, Diomedo is going for the Watt Tower, I think. Or is he going for the shield? I would go for the Watt Tower here. Yeah, he is. More tank busters. I think that's what he should do, since he's clearly focusing on mass infantry. He's getting all the infantry upgrades. Nice drop on the last cannons, but there comes the first dreadnought, and there's where you need the tank busters. Dreadnoughts are so tanky as well. It's very hard to deal with as a orc player. Unless you have killer cans, they just wreck them. But you don't want to use killer cans always. Me myself, I go big truckers a lot, but it's very annoying. They just drop your dreadnoughts on your big truckers and they die so quick. And they're so expensive. So you kinda have to go killer cans, but you don't want to because you know they're a bit OP. So it's a dilemma. Meanwhile, was Mechas being added to the mix, using his Q, very nice. Works awesome. Especially versus elites and tanks. Also, what's important to notice, he can get scrap here and then the commando can just detonate it. Which he should be doing now. Detonate this. Come on, amazing precision here. Use it, man. Use it. That was a bit of a misplay. Of course you got the commando, but you would have gotten the commando anyway. Look at all the tank busters. And you would have had a great hit. He's still getting a great hit. It's okay then. But I wouldn't have taken the risk. Oh, nice. That was awesome. Now let's see. I think Kill Team's dead anyway after this shieldy thing is gone. Say bye bye. Hello darkness, my old friend. And there it goes, killed by anti-tank. Oh, the irony. Meanwhile, the less cannons doing a lot of damage. Diomedes doing some damage on the commando. I don't think he's gonna get him if no. The stun, yeah, and he should be safe. The Q on Diomedes, always nice. And there comes the drop. Ah, it's the shield. And I think Diomedes is overextending. Will he die though? Since the shield, he might be able to survive. It's gonna be close. That's missed. Oh, and the second one hit, and that's GG for Diomedes. Too bad, buddy. Meanwhile, the less cannons having some fun on the LP. But I don't think that's gonna work. It's too slow. I think Guruskippy has all the time in the world to react to this, and Saya realized it and just backs off, which he should. Meanwhile, the Pretson are, yeah, they're going for it. I think the Pretson should go back now, or just hide here for vision. You're not gonna be able to kill the last cannons. You're not a hero squad, so go back. Meanwhile, some more boys being added to the mix. They're very tanky and they're good meat shields, so I approve. The Wag going up, so let's see what will he do with that. Tank bus is being added into the Wag. You could potentially do some damage with it. And there it goes for the generator snipe. And there come the squid bombs. So much fun. I like it so much. And the detonate. Yeah, this guy. Oh, he cancelled it. I shouldn't have done it. Ah, it's more of a show thing now, because it already died anyway. There comes the kill team drop, but the positioning is horrible. You see that a lot from Space Marines. They just use a kill team as if they're melee, and they just drop them in right at the enemy. And of course the drop pod does damage, but if you're gonna lose kill team 3 seconds later, which I don't know, Guru should have done more with it. Just go for it, man. You have, look what you have. You have a lot of anti-tank. You can just use it on your Predator. And at least kill the kill team and then go back. Don't. You gotta punish her bad plays at this point. I feel like Guruskippy is playing way too safe. He's a good player. I don't mean to disrespect or anything. I just think that he's ahead so much. Why? And I haven't seen him use sabotage just once. And it's, if you're not gonna use it, why are you getting it? Just use it, man. Use it on his Predator there. Just get an invisible Gretchen and just use it. Just stun his tanks and then boom it down with the shooters, with the tank busters, I mean. But if you get it, use it, man. Come on. Get some vehicles. Personally, it's late game. I would go for big truckers by now, or look at the money, use it. Yeah, he needs one more watt tower. Maybe he's getting a watt tower somewhere here. Let's see here, maybe. Oh, I can't press that for some reason. He's getting death threats, which I wouldn't recommend because it's only good at sniping objective, and you already got the generator, and the turret is well defended, and less cannons just wreck death threats. So if you're gonna go death threats, guys, I would advise doing it at the 12-minute mark for the generator snipe, but not in late game. You would be better off with either killer cans, or if you don't want to abuse them, just get big truckers. But don't go can, don't go death threats so late. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not worth it. Meanwhile, a Deathstorm being dropped right into his army, but because there wasn't really a fight going on there, he could just focus the Deathstorm down, so that was a waste. You should use the Deathstorm when there's a fight going on, but there wasn't really, so he could just, okay, I'm just gonna focus it down and it will be destroyed in 3 seconds and you won't do that much damage with it. Meanwhile, the Commando's still being a boss, doing the harassment, being annoying. It doesn't do a lot of damage, so it will take ages, but at least he's using it all the time, so Kudos to that, my friend. Meanwhile, the big truckers are adding to the mix. I like that, especially with the mines. I like to use the doctrine as well, so you get 3 extra shots. But he went for questions, which he doesn't use, and I'm gonna stop whining about it now. At least for now. I can't promise I won't mention it later on. It's a long game, so. There comes the big trackers, there comes the WA. Also with Gorkats being added to the mix, I think he got the WA. Oh no, he doesn't got the WA present. Okay. If you got the WA present, it will also heal. I like to use that, but he used the truck, so he went for the shield and taunt, which I understand. It's just depends on your playstyle. But there comes the paladin. But the positioning isn't very good, so perhaps there's gonna be a chance for Guruskippy here to snipe it down. But no, there comes the Dreadnought, and I think at this point it is more than Skippy can handle, unless... Nah, he has capable army, he should be able to hold it off, but start using your tanks, man. For some reason, Saya is splitting up her army. I don't know why she's doing that. Of course, she's going to be able to snipe this down relatively quickly if she wants. Oh, she's not even going for... What is she doing? Her troops should be here with her army to fight this. She can win this if she micros as well. But now she's just leaving the paladin here to potentially die. Great stance, I like that. Gorkats, use your Q again for another stun. Meanwhile, the Dreadnought is having his fun. Tanky beast. Yeah, there goes the Dread. That's GG Dread. Yeah. What is Diomedes doing here? It's like, I'm gonna shoot. Although my melee attack is way stronger. And I'm not gonna help this fight. That's a bit of a misplay in my opinion. Unless he... Yeah. Ah, but she did got the shield generator with it, so maybe it wasn't that bad. But after getting the shield generator, at least go back and help your army here. Gorkats barely survived, escaped to the shade. Kill team being added. They're gonna get 1 big trucker, maybe 2. New one being added to the mix already, though. Gorkats managed to escape just fine. Nice play. Nicely done. Oh, and there goes the trucker. That's a great snipe. Come on, dude. Use it. Use your R. Use your sabotage. Use it. It's so... Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I promised I wasn't gonna complain about it. But come on, look at this. It's just use it. It's actually shoot. Ah, okay. Oh wait, did he use it? I don't think he did. No. There was a slow, but I think it doesn't slow. It just stuns. So. I think I'm in my right to complain about this. The rocks being deployed, how much damage will it do? I think it will get the Predator. Yeah, it will. But I think he was aiming for this guy, so... Probably not worth it. He would have gotten the tank anyway. Look at all those anti-tank. All the infantry upgrades are done. He's steadily starting with the vehicles upgrades now. Credits being made. I guess I would use them for vision since he's not using for the sabotage, which I'm surely gonna stop complaining about soon. Meanwhile, Seiya is getting more Dreadnoughts, more less cannons. Just basically late game SM these days. What are our upgrades? He got all the vehicles armor damage upgrades and 2-2-1. At least she's one upgrade for both here, so 2-1. Meanwhile, Saya is going for the listening outpost, but this army should be more than capable to deal with this. Meanwhile, the less cannons are going for a sneaky potential third kill, but there's a lot of army here as well, so it won't do much. So in a way, the more passive style of Guruskippy kind of works, because Saya seems to rely a lot on backdoor tactics, and the counter to that, of course, is being defensively. But yeah, I think Skippy, I don't know, he could have won this game already. Why would you let a game go to late game for Space Marine? That you're just gonna make it hard for yourself. Space Marine has the best late game in my opinion. Well, Orc has some advantage early and mid game, so just capitalize on that. Meanwhile, as you can see, the power, the super ability is being used. I don't think it's really doing a lot though. And there goes the Dreadnought. Bye bye now. But there comes the Paladin. If this Paladin came a bit earlier and was with the army, she would have been able to do so much more damage. But now her army was dead and there comes the Paladin. It's just wait for your army, just be a bit more safe with it, I would recommend. But then again, it's always easy when you sit on the bench and just criticize, of course. When you're in the game, everyone makes mistakes, and that's a nice hit. Killed some units. Oh, and another one. There goes the trucker. I don't see a lot of mines being used. I would like him to use his mines more often. It's free, you don't have to pay for it, so just spam them, man. Although with all the servitors, they would be revealed instantly, so maybe just place them somewhere else, like here or here. Servitors gotta run, man, gotta run. Meanwhile, the Q on the Paladin, which slows him and damages him a bit. Will it be enough though? I don't think so. I think she can get out of this. Use your mines, please use your mines. Mines are also good first tank, so if he would place some mines here and would walk over it and the Dreadnought will follow, it helps. It are the little things that eventually makes the kill easier, so just use it. Killer can. Not a killer can't. These boys are gonna get slaughtered now, because there comes the chainsaw. The Texas Massacre, what do you call it? Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, Chainsaw Massacre it was. Okay. Meanwhile, what's going on? Some knobs being built. It's quite late for knobs, and I think he has a lot of less cannons. But still, he doesn't have. She doesn't have a lot. She only has one squad now. It could work, especially if you get a truck and just jump them right into his army. This will all die relatively quickly. So it could potentially be a good move. Well, I said it a lot of times. I would like to see Guruskippy be a bit more aggressive. For example, if you place the big truckers here and just build a watt tower here, so get a watt off here and get your army here, I think you can do this. I think you can just at least get a turret, especially with big truckers. If you place them here, you can force fire here, so there's not a lot she can do. Of course she's gonna go for it, but yeah, I think with this army being whacked and with a truck there and the knobs, he should be able to do well. But he's playing it more passively, and that's his right, of course. But I don't agree. I don't think it's the best way to play in this matchup. Maybe he's afraid of backdooring, which is very possible since Seiya likes to backdoor. But if you're gonna be very aggressive, it's harder for her to backdoor. And if you just go with this and micro it well and just get her army, you will be able to kill this before she manages to backdoor, even despite being Space Marine. Fine. Yeah, there comes the mines. I think they need a time before they react. Yeah, they're not going off yet. I think they need some time. See, they're not. See, one mine instantly destroyed the whole shield. So yeah, always be using them. When they're off cooldown, use them. Go for it. Bam, lot of damage there. There comes Dreadnought drop on the big truckers, as I mentioned earlier. Very annoying, very strong. But there's so much anti-tank that it won't do that much now, see? There comes the Rockstorm. Use it on Gorkos, I would recommend, since he's very tanky. And he does! Nice, I like that. So if he gets a Q off on this army, they will drop so quickly with the rock bomb. Yeah, nice Q, I like that, good. Now keep walking, go this way. No, this way. You want to do as much damage as you can. Ah, you get stunned, so it's not... Well, it's still alright, but it could have done more. I would recommend just walk bot there, just go for it, you know, you're orc, come on. Rah, wow. What's with the wild spirit? I'm still having a hard time dealing with this, because he's not using it. It feels like such a waste. It's like, come on, you. I think Skippy played this game very well, especially with his commando. He should be. Oh, that was nice. All the surf stores. That must be annoying for him, for her. Yeah, this isn't gonna do a lot, Seiya. Ah, there comes the drop. Well, that's not really a lot, especially since the paladin is busy fighting the death threat. Ah, there comes another drop. She's really committing to this. I don't think she should be doing this at this point. Mines. No, she's not going for it. She shouldn't be going for it. She won't win this. Just with one paladin. I'm not sure why she's not waiting for the paladin to fight with her army. It's always her army dies and then the paladin comes on. If she times it a bit more correctly, she will do so much more damage. So Seiya, if you're listening, use your paladin with your army. You're a very good player, you just need to practice on that. Because I think you would have won this game also if there were some moments when you would have done a lot more damage. And Guru, use your sabotage and use your mines, that's all I can say. And be less passive. Be more confident in yourself in a way, because you're playing very well. But you're giving her time to come back all the time, because you seem to be afraid to really go for it. And Saya is not a quitter. She's only gonna give up when she really lost, not earlier. And you are beating her in a way, but you're not really closing it. Just close the deal, you know. For example, you're fighting here and you're doing very well, but why is this here? Why are you not sniping the turret? Why are you not committing to it? Why are you using half of your army? At least use it to defend this or something. Don't stand still. You're such a good player. Don't get lazy or too modest. Just go for it. This quick though. Look at it. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Hello. Hello. The only thing I can imagine is that he doesn't want Saya to know he has killicans and just snipe the turret right away or something. But I wouldn't recommend that personally. If you know they're there, just place mines here or something. You saw the one who walked on the mine actually lived. So he kinda screwed the other guy over. Like, no, take him, okay. That happens. Come on, use your minds, use your minds, use your minds. Maybe I'm being a bit too critical. I mean, they're already playing for near to 40 minutes. They're bound to get tired and I'm like, man, whatever. But I'm such a perfectionist. I always try to learn from this. He's gonna get some squads. Bye bye. Come on. Yeah. He apparently lost his truck here. I found this a bit more interesting. Well, look at that. Cool down, buddy. Cool down. Whoa. Look at that. Okay. Enough of that. Let's see, Commando being sneaky, as always. Because Skippy is a dirty, sneaky boy. That's right, I said it. I meant it, I'm here to represent it. Oh my god, the cans, come on man, start using them already. He's using a while, so he should be using them now. It's not like he forgot about them, I hope. He made sure they weren't gonna waste the rockets on anything else than Guru intends to, so maybe he was going for the turret snipe. Some nice whirlwind shots. Not that nice, didn't hit anything here, but I think here got some hits. There goes Predator, look at that. That's a good kill. You're going back? No, don't go back. No. Get some more hits up, maybe get the Dreadnought. Unless she's really... If she uses the shield, now? Oh, she doesn't. If she used the shield, they would backfire and she would do a lot of damage. But she didn't think of that, or she wasn't on time. Maybe next time. It's hard to time that correctly, so I can't blame her. And there comes the Dreadnought drop, and man, that's a great drop. Look at that. And there comes the stun shield, and 3 cans got hit, 1 dies, 2 dies. This one barely survives, it seems. Some nice action, maybe a nice detonate. Oh, that hurted that. Get this one. Yeah. It's like here. Nice. Okay, we're gonna cherish this moment. Cherish the love within. Yeah. I thought it would do more, to be honest. I thought it would all die. But it still appears to be in trouble. Okay. Let's just get it back to normal speed. This should be cleaned off. There was another detonation, but I don't think anything was near there. Maybe he's just addicted to TNT. He's like Coyote from Roadrunner. Or Yosemite Sam with a red beard, always using pistols, explosions, you name it. That's all, folks. This should be clean enough, yeah. Bye bye. Oh, that's a lot of boys. That's a lot of boys. Let's see. Look at this. Saya doesn't really have all that much. Why aren't you going for it, man? At least get this now then, if you don't feel confident for going all the way. Don't just stand here. I think the problem is like this, for example. Guruskippy is using his commando very well. I like it a lot, but he's poking when he could be slapping. If you know what I mean. He could be going for it. He's ahead all the time. And if you're gonna get to super late game versus Space Marine, there is the potential she will just backdoor you with like 3 dreadnoughts and super laser ability, etc. You're gonna have a hard time. So don't give her that chance. Don't give her that time. I like his army composition though. I like how he's using basically every unit they have other than Defcopter. Here come the boys, but they're unsupported. Come on, use it. Maybe he's using the commando almost too much, because look at it, he's just walking into... Come on, man. Micro. And there comes the paladin. He's back. Or she's back, actually. It's a girl, right? Not just the player, but also the paladin. The driver, as one would call her. Is it? I don't think it's shooting, or is it? Oh, it is now. Okay. I think maybe it's also because of the lateness of this game. It's like almost 45 minutes now. Maybe they get tired, maybe they're having enough of it. But I see some mistakes being made in the battle. Still, it's an entertaining game because both sides can win. Skippy because he has way more units all the time. But Saya because he's a late game Space Marine and has a Paladin elite. And there's the Paladin coming. I like this. Some harassing at last. The super ability was being used, but it's not really doing a lot. I don't think it's gonna destroy this. Meanwhile, some fighting going on over here. I like this placement of these rocks. It's in the shade, so hard to spot. Oh, the crashing got it. That's so awesome. Unless he could have just shoot them down easily and just so good job. And now it's gonna hit Paladin. Yeah, she's in trouble. She's in trouble. Yeah, that actually doesn't do all that much. That's unfortunate. Oh, and there comes Destination. Another one. There you go. Come on, go for it. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Why? You can fight this. Especially with you have the good range, you have the killer cans, you have the artillery backing up. If you don't go now, you're never gonna go. I would really recommend Skippy to just go for it. Go with everything. Get it. I mean, look at this. You don't want to get this repaired. You just go for it. Look at this. You have a lot of army. Go for it. Is he finally going for it? There is a wa, so that's positive. That should indicate that he's going for it. Come on.
We've taken a resource point. The enemy threatens an elite point generator.
I don't understand this.
We've lost an elite point generator.
He has the army, especially with Paladin being low, to win this, to beat this, to get his turret at least. Especially with Wa, but he's using his whole army to fight one assault marine squad. It's just a waste, man. I'm getting a bit biased. I think it's because I'm an old player myself. But I think Guruskippy deserves to win this, but he's making it so hard on himself by just not going for it. Well, he has the potential to finish her off. He could have finished this game off so long ago, but he's continually letting her get back into this game. I think he has a confidence problem in his army or something. It's obviously, I don't want to mock or anything, it's a good player. I don't mean like that, I'm just surprised that he's not closing the deal. Well, of course Saya is a good player as well. She's very good. But this is winnable. I mean, he's playing creative, he's using different units, and it kind of pays off for him, but it feels like he's playing the race where you need to be offensive, but he's playing it very passively. I'm not a big fan of that in a way. It is very different than most orcs play though, so I understand he has the surprise factor on his side. That should be awesome for him. I think this was a backdoor attempt. She wants to go to as close to the turret as possible and just drop that notch in, but she didn't time it correctly because the dreadnoughts aren't ready. Oh, that would be big actually. A big snipe on a big trucker. Yeah, that's well played. Look there. I have a feeling we're gonna get a demonstration of what will happen if you don't finish off Space Marine quickly enough. Yeah, look, there it comes. There's the dreadnought. There's the second dreadnought.
The foe would destroy a requisition generator. A requisition generator has been destroyed. Power generator lost. Dreadnought on standby for orbital drop.
Yeah, there we go. There's the turret.
What shall we do with our surplus of requisition? Alas, we have sacrificed another elite on the altar of war.
Nah, he's gonna. Oh, look at the third one, and yeah. And they're so tanky, and to be honest, it's really Guruskippy's own fault. He had so much chances to finish her off, and if you don't, this is gonna happen. But I feel sorry for him. This is really a shitty way to lose, especially when you're dominating the game for most part, which, to be honest, he was. But still, Seiya saw a chance and she anticipated perfectly on it. So no, he's not gonna be. Look at this. The assault marine keep the tank buses busy so they can't destroy it in time. Now see. It's kind of like you you get a penalty and you just win by that. So I kind of feel sorry for Skippy, but in the other way, he had so much chances, and if you're not gonna finish her off, she will finish you off, and that's what happened. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a comment or like, and I will try to cast more games if you guys like it. Have a nice day and goodbye.